Hello. I hope you are out enjoying the summer, and if not yet, what are you waiting for? It's about half over, so get out there and take advantage while you still can. Um, in his current teaching, Dave Bartlett poses the question that Jesus asked right after kneeling down and washing their dirty, disgusting feet. He says, "Do you understand what it is that I've done for you? If you do, you will go and do the same for others, and you'll be blessed." It's been such a privilege to get to see Jesus at work through our staff and volunteer leaders and church family who do understand at least a little bit of what Jesus has done and are humbly stooping down to clothe themselves with love and kindness and patience to serve others this last quarter. Of course, one of the major ways was through VBS in Cedar Falls and Waverly. 125 leaders served 300 kids in Cedar Falls. 40 of those leaders were teenagers. In Waverly, we had another 75 leaders serve 100 kids during VBS. These kids and adults connected in worship. They were learning together, having fun, and they were taking next steps toward Jesus. One mom shared that her daughter had stopped wanting to come to church or talk about God, but by the end of VBS, she was leading prayers and conversations at home about God. And perhaps the story of God at work, the biggest story, was one guy, a leader, who brought enough length in money to give the boys their first challenge win over the girls in several years. Together, they raised more than $4,000 for missions. And our Grundy campus hosts VBS August 6th through 9th, so there's still time to get involved with that. Speaking of Grundy Center, Route 55 members served lunch to more than 120 kids and parents during a summer reading event at the library. And Brian and Giselle Steenhook hosted a leadership retreat night back in June. 31 core and new leaders turned out for this unifying night of encouragement and prayer and appreciation. 31 leaders on that campus serving and committed to growing in their areas of service to the people of Grundy County and beyond. It's amazing. The campus also hosted Bradley Reese, who led a worship boot camp with Danielle Schmidt in order to invest in and develop new musical worship leaders. And then speaking of our worship team leaders, they have been so busy preparing to go and lead musical worship at Rocky Mountain High, where they are part of the 22 leaders we are sending to serve and lead thousands of high school students and their leaders to help them encounter and follow Jesus. Our annual summer caravan high adventure trip for high school students will be heading out to Rocky as well for this experience, and they're going to stay a few extra days. And we just want to say thank you to the generosity of some of our church members who have sponsored scholarships in order to grow this trip. The trip has doubled actually in size over last year's, and we just want to encourage you to pray for the 115 students and leaders who are making the trip from the Cedar Valley. And pray also for those who are still hanging out here, joining in Chaos, Big House, in summer fun, whether it's a game of Capture the Flag, a trip to Lost Island, or a Bible study, or the 20 to 30 who get together on Wednesday nights to watch The Chosen in Nikki Pauli's garage, or in your driveway. It's projected on their garage. Our leaders continue to invest in these important relationships and serve with love and unconditional positive regard. The leaders of our board also have been working hard with our senior leaders to discern the best next steps for Orchard in our 60-year relationship with the RCA. Since 2021, half of the denomination's membership, including the overwhelming majority of our partner churches, have left the denomination. All but one will be gone by the end of next year. Most of the mission-driven, innovative, and like-minded leaders this means that we've been partnering with are no longer part of the RCA. Along with this change, the financial support we've received from the denomination for our college-age ministry is going or has completely gone away. Yet we continue to pay a hefty assessment of more than $125,000 annually. Finally, we've been a little bit of a square peg in a round hole for years in the way that we are structured and the way that we choose to empower and develop leaders. We've done this with the complete blessing of the denominational leadership, but it seems likely that moving forward, the new reality of the RCA and its new structure and practices will hinder us more than help us with our mission. For these reasons, our board has submitted a letter indicating our intention to leave the RCA and join another network of churches. This letter is a first step that actually starts the clock rolling on our assessments, setting us up to be done paying assessments by the end of next June. However, before we officially leave, we need to have a church vote, and we need to have some conversations about this. So on Sunday, October 1st, we will host an informational meeting with some time for Q&A. We encourage you to send any questions about this to info@orchardhillchurch.org. There will definitely be some more information about this meeting coming soon. There are lots of other great opportunities to be part of our mission this summer, including helping paint some colorful wooden yard trees in the Walnut neighborhood on July 28th. There's a Gallagher National Night Out, block party, and kids zone at Harvest Vineyard Church on August 1st, and of course the Global Leadership Summit August 3rd and 4th at Prairie Lakes Church. And on August 17th, the Route 55 Ministry in Cedar Falls is going to be hosting its annual birthday party. So this year's theme, Dancing Through the Years, is going to feature music from the Roaring 20s through 2020. There's going to be dance lessons, great food, trivia. It's going to be a great party. And we also are really excited to welcome Sarah Hess and Catherine Kruko to our Connect and Care staff to continue the flourishing and vibrant ministry that Jennifer Van Gent has helped to create, and we look forward to celebrating her retirement as well. If you'd like to volunteer, pray, maybe make some visits to people who are in need of some care, or just encourage members through this ministry, you can reach out at info@orchardhillchurch.org. In the meantime, let's all continue to clothe ourselves with compassion and kindness. And let's make allowances for each other's differences and our faults. And let's serve together in love to help next generations encounter and follow Jesus to bless our broken world. Whatever you do or say, do it as a representative of Jesus, and give thanks to God.